I got it years and years ago in my early 20s. It's my mom's lips. So she kissed like the piece of paper, and then they were able to scan it and then put it on my wrist. This is actually her lip print. Hey, this is Steph Shep, and this is my Women's Health Body Scan. I think what I love most about my body is that I'm healthy. Honestly, like that's the first thing that came to my mind. I have really worked on not nitpicking myself like I used to, and being so crazy particular and putting so much emphasis on like, oh, you know, like I want to have a smaller waist, or I want like obviously like I want to be strong, I want to be healthy, I want to have muscle tone and definition. I think it's really cool to be like really healthy and fit. So I think the thing that I probably focus on is like I'm really particular about the things that I eat. Just in life, I always have. I remember like my mom telling me that when I was like a baby, my snack would be just like green beans in a Ziploc. Like I just like, that's what she would give me instead of like Cheerios or something. Like I've always just like been a vegetable person. I love vegetables. So I just that's what I focus on the most, is probably eating healthy for sure and making good choices. I do have tattoos, and I took a break from getting them. I love my tattoos. They might not have all been the best choices that I've ever made, but I do like that it just kind of feels like I get to like reminisce about where I was at a certain point in my life, or like why I did that, or what I was thinking, or the reason behind it. Like I have this triangle on my hand, and I got it with like two girlfriends that literally don't talk to, you know, that often anymore, but it was really fun, and it was like a moment in time. And I feel like that about tattoos. I know people say they have regrets, but I just feel like they're cool because you loved it so much at that time, and it's like a little stamps of like your history. I have these birds. These are the ones that I'm like, why did I do this? But whatever, it's fine. I have these birds on my wrist. I got this first one at the top. This was my graduation present. My mom let me get a tattoo because when I was a senior in high school, I thought I was like a hippie, and I was like a free bird, peace and love. So I wanted to get a dove to symbolize peace. And then when I got older, I kind of just added more just because I wanted more tattoos, and I wasn't being that creative to think of something new. I have one down my side that my dad wrote in Japanese that means love child. This one is obviously like my favorite. I got it years and years ago in my early 20s. It's my mom's lips. So she kissed like the piece of paper, and then they were able to scan it and then put it on my wrist. This is actually her lip print. It was always my favorite tattoo, and now, you know, so much more. I'm so much happier, or what do I say? I don't want to get like emotional over a tattoo, but it just means so much more now that I have this lip print. The one scar I do have is like right in the middle of my forehead, and it's like ever so slight. It's kind of been like, I think as I get older, I don't know, maybe it's like disappearing a little bit, but I got the chicken pox and sun poisoning at the same time when I was like, I don't know, I was a young kid for sure, and we had just left Disney World, and I had sun poisoning and chicken pox at the same time, and I just found a picture, and it was just all over, and I think this was a chicken pox or a sun, you know, like, because you get bumps all over you. And I was so unbelievably itchy. It was so miserable. I had to take like Benadryl, and I had that like, you know, that pink calamine lotion? Like, never heard of it before in my life. That's the only time I've ever used it. But I had it all over my body, and I think that like it's like a very subtle little perfect circle right in the middle of my forehead. And I think I was like itching, and that's the scar that's left from it. Honestly, I wish I had cooler piercings. Two of my friends have their nipples pierced, and I was like, should I have done that? Like, did I miss the boat on that? Like, can I still do that? Do I want to do that? I don't know. I was never allowed to get my belly button pierced. You know, like that phase, like the Britney Spears phase where everyone was wearing like the dangle, and like I wanted that so desperately, and my mother would not let me do it. And I'm kind of glad that, you know, she didn't now, but I have my whole left ear pierced. So I have like 1, 2, maybe 5 along the cartilage here. I used to have 6, one at the top, but I had to take it out. And I got all of those done at the same time, which looking back, I'm like, why the hell did I do that? And then I have 3 at the bottom, 3 at the bottom here, and then 2 little ones right here, like little diamonds. But yeah, this one, I really committed. I like really committed to it. I did them all at the same time, like one right after another. And it wasn't that painful, and I really like it. Like, I feel like it's like now like my thing. I recently have fallen in love with Muay Thai training. So I do Muay Thai at a boxing gym, a Fortune boxing gym, and I have a great trainer named Johnny Hunt. And he has been teaching me Muay Thai and Kali sticks and some like weapon training, fight training basically for, 2 or 3 years now I've been doing it. And I was a dancer, and so I think something about the choreography really like gets me in the zone, you know, when you're like really in a flow of a workout or something and you don't realize you're working out because you're just like having a good time. That's what Muay Thai is for me. But the Muay Thai training has been really nice. You get your aggression out, you can zone out, and I really, really enjoy doing that. That's like probably my favorite thing to do. Shay Mitchell and I did a workout program with the Open Fit app. And so we have this whole series where for the entire month of January, we train 5 days a week with the trainer, Kelsey Heenan. She's incredible. She's one of the Open Fit trainers, and it's a 30-minute workout. Like, obviously, like, we filmed it was 30 minutes, but then, you know, to get the shot sometimes you have to like redo it. And then so we're doing like 50 reps, whatever. But it honestly, like, it jump-started me back into my fitness routine at the beginning of the year. And it's so cool because it's this app. You can stream it on your phone, on your computer, like if you're traveling, if you're at home, if you don't feel comfortable going to the gym, if your gym's not open. It was like a really great way for us to be able to like get going and get physical. I love to indulge in all the things. I love a facial. I love a massage. I mean, who doesn't love a massage? I love to get a lymphatic drainage massage. I have a great girl named Rebecca Faria, and she has this like pod in her salon. It's like UV, or like not UV, it's like a red light therapy, or like light therapy, LED light therapy, and I lay in this pod and I sweat. It's so relaxing. I do cupping kind of frequently because I get really tight in my shoulders because I think I hold my stress like this. So the cupping kind of helps to like work out those knots in ways that like maybe just traditional massage couldn't really get deep and like get the blood circulating. I think it's important to take quiet time. I light my sage, I kind of burn some of my incense, my dragon's blood, I pull a card, I, you know, say what I'm grateful for, I pray to, you know, the archangels to protect me and to guide me, and just taking that, having a place that I've set up with my little pillow and my candle and my crystals, and I sit there and I just take a moment before I get on my phone and before I, you know, enter the world, and I feel better. I feel like I make better choices. I feel like it grounds me. And so having that practice is really important.